Getting your listing description right is very crucial if you want to get potential buyers off their computer and into your home. So make sure to pay attention to these do's and don'ts of listing descriptions, and we're going to get started right now. Hey, it's Casey Gray, your homegirl, broker associate here in Ukiah, and the queen of listing descriptions. I mean, not the queen, but definitely not the worst. So make sure to subscribe and like this video if it helped you, but your listing description is very, very important. There are times when I go on the MLS and I click on a listing, gorgeous house, good photos, you know, the description, it's like house in Ukiah. Like, it's very sad. So it's very important to make sure your listing description has information not only about the house. There aren't boxes to check about, you know, the gorgeous views or the sounds of the birds or whatever it might be, but there are things that you don't want to do. So we're going to talk about those as well. And you want to have things about the community, what's near the house, not just about the house, you know, about the lifestyle that it creates. So we're going to talk about those do's and don'ts right now. My first do is do aim for the right length. If it's too long, you're going to lose them. If it's too short, you'll lose them. Just right is the perfect amount of quality content that's engaging and people are going to want to read. So somewhere around 8 to 10 sentences. Don't be afraid to add a little personality, but going too far, all caps, or, you know, trying to narrate like the house is still one talking, but then switching back to like the agent's talking, it's very confusing. So be very careful when trying to get creative with your listing descriptions. You know, you want to add personality and showcase that lifestyle, but you don't want to get too insane with what you're doing. You know, if you're yelling at me in all caps, I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to come see your house. I'm going to be angry. I'm going to be upset that I got yelled at for no reason. So do be honest. There are so many times where I've gone to a listing and it says won't last long, and then you check the days on the market and it's 324 days. So keep that in mind. It's not hard to go back and change it if the house does not sell, but you want to be as accurate and as honest as possible when having a listing description. Do not forget to proofread. It is so important. There are so many times where, you know, a comma should have been there, or if it says this mouse is gorgeous, you probably meant house. So keep that in mind. If your agent can't even spell properly in the listing description, then we've got a problem. You know, what are they doing with the contract? Do mention well-known appliances, special high-quality flooring, and, you know, if you have a certain type of designer light fixture, get down into the specifics. You know, a buyer wants to know some of that information. You know, if you've recently upgraded your electrical panel to have a generator hookup, you know, in California, that's amazing. People want to know that. So put that in there. Do not assume that buyers have pets or children unless it's a ranch and you say, you know, come have your livestock here or whatever it might be. You know, you want to keep it as vague as possible so whoever's reading that description can see themselves in it. If you say this is a great family home, then some fella who has lots of money and doesn't have a family is like, well, why would I buy this home if I don't have a family and I don't want to buy a family home. I want to buy this house for me and all my friends to have parties at. You got to keep it vague. You got to be able to include all types of buyers, and that's one of like the main things that's super important. But the awesome thing about using a professional realtor is, like someone like me, I write the descriptions for you. You know, you're not having to worry about the descriptions. So don't you worry there. You're not going to have to come up with things. I'm just going to ask you a few key questions that will help me get to know your home a little bit better and have a better understanding of what to express to the buyers that will be looking at your listing. So if you have any questions about selling your house, there will be a guide down below. If you have any questions about why your agent spelled house wrong in your listing description, I can't answer that because that's, you know, up to the Lord to know. But I hope that you hire someone that can create a wonderful listing description for you and help you sell your house quickly and for lots of money. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.